Hey, so how's everybody doing? This is Kevin with Nighthawk Motors, and we're actually going to be working on the E46 today. We're going to be doing the roll cage, so we have to go around and basically reinforce the floors and cut out some of the rust that we saw. So that's what we just did. We just cut this whole little patch of rust out, and now we're going to cut out a piece of metal. It's going to be 18 gauge, I believe, or it's 16 gauge. Yeah, I think it's 18 gauge. Going to go over that whole thing, going to weld it in. Same with the other side. Then we're going to put a support for the main hoop. Alright, so we just took a little cardboard stencil and matched it to the way we want to do this. So we're going to go ahead and take this out, put it on, transfer it onto the piece of metal, cut it out, and start welding. So we traced it out onto the piece of metal. This is 18 gauge, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out now. Should be a lot of fun. Yes, we got this piece of metal cut out and fitted, and I also formed it a little bit with a hammer. As you can see right there, it's got a little bit of a bend to it. We want to make sure both pieces of metal are as tight as possible before we go to weld them. So yeah, that's just a little quick update here. We're going to start welding a little bit. Alright, so we decided to spot weld everything, so I'm drilling through, got everything drilled. It's all ready to spot weld, we just gotta vacuum it out.
Alright, let me vacuum it out. I don't want to start. You want me to put a jack under there?
No, that part's
right?
good.
Alright.
I want to get this little corner a little better then. We can put a jack like under here. Alright, so we got this side all welded up. For the most part, it's all tacked in. I don't think we're going to do long welds because it's too sketchy with the fires. But we're going to do the next side and see how the hoop fits. Should be a lot of fun. Okay, so we got this side all welded in. Looks really nice. Next step is heavy sheet metal, plate metal, whatever you want to call it. And we got to test fit the hoop.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so how's everybody doing? This is actually the next day, and we're making some progress here. We're putting the plating in for the actual roll cage hoop. So that's what it looks like right there. We welded it all the way in. Takes a while. You got to make sure the heat doesn't get to the car and catch anything on fire. So now we're going to start on that side, and then we'll be able to mock up the hoop and see how it looks. Alright, so we got the driver's side all set up. It's pretty much ready for the hoop now. Whoop-de-doop. I think that weld looks really good. So here's the hoop. This has got to go and we got to fit it and trim it a bit and tack it in place and connect all the rest of the pipe. So we made new block plates. They're essentially doing the same things as these, but it should give us a little more strength because we're going on the actual like frame instead of just the floor pan, which is pretty rough. Obviously I beat that up with a hammer pretty easily, but it goes here. We fabricated this out of just regular stock and I think it looks pretty good. It's going to be very strong, and essentially it's going to sit like that in the car, and the top or the front hoop of the roll cage is going to sit right here, come up and go up to the main hoop. So I fabricated 2 of these, one for driver, one for passenger, and they're both basically the same. Right now we have to tack them in, and we're going to get the hoops tacked in, and we also have to get the rears. There's another couple of mounting points we have to do back there, but we're going to get this whole thing tacked up, and then after we see it looks good and it's going to function properly, we will weld everything. Alright, so we got the first big loop in, it's all welded. Now we're going to start doing supporting loops all around the car for the roll cage. So we fitted the first of the bars. We have the 2 uprights in their position that they're going to be in. We have to do the front, what is this called? What bar?
That's a dash bar.
Dash bar. A couple of bars in the back. Then we have to do the bars that go to the back tub area.
Rear down bars.
Rear down bars. So it's getting there. Fire! See, it popped. That's what happens when it pops. Big pop.
Yo, that got me on the back, dude.
Did it?
Yeah.
Again. Alright, so the back I gotta go slow with then.
Why is it catching?
It popped again.
Okay.
Alright, well I'm going to come in the back there. Okay, so I just want to give you guys a little update. We're mounting the seat bracket. What we did is we put 3 layers of sheet metal over here and drilled a hole. And we're basically going to the factory mounting points over here. And then over here, we actually wanted to make sure the chair was as far towards the center as possible so we can get away from the roll cage. We're making extensions to weld onto the factory locations. So that's where we're at right now. And there's a little nut on the bottom of here I welded to it. That's where we put the bolt through and make sure, you know, it contacts correctly and it's strong. should probably do that from the outside. And then probably get to here, and then try to get this other part up there, you know?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
You want a pillow or something to sit on?
I have a very strong piece of metal that's pointed straight up. Feels pretty good.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least it'll keep you planted.
Yeah, it can be planted and centered. Alright, so here's a quick little update for everybody. We got all the bars that we had fabricated welded in, so everything is welded. Absolutely everything. Some of the welds didn't turn out as well as I wanted to, like that one, but I think it's strong enough. It'll be fine. But yeah, we're getting there on this project. Next thing we're gonna do is the rear down bars. So we're gonna have the pads put in place for those, and we're just gonna connect them up there, bring it on down bar, and then another down bar over here. And then there's door bars that go in as well, which will be like kind of like an X type deal. And after that, we're pretty much done for the roll cage for the Lemons race. And when we're done with the Lemons race, we'll put the rest of the roll cage in, which this is like a upper level roll cage. So we'll have more videos on that after we complete the race. So hope everybody enjoys this and stays tuned. All right, so that about wraps it up for the day. It's getting late and we got a lot done. Let's show you. All right, so today we got the front bar in, the dash bar. We got everything welded up except for the back. We actually need to get more welding gas to shield the wire that's molten, and that's a whole nother thing which I'm not going to get into right now. But we got the down bars in the back on the plates. They have to be welded up. Next thing on the agenda is the door bars. So there's going to be 2 bars on each side and a bar that sits low right here. I think it's like a rocker bar or something like that. And then yeah, get this thing buttoned up for Lemons and change the brakes, change the tires, change the diff fluid, the transmission fluid, and we already have other fluids up front changed, so that'll be good. And yeah, I think that's about it. And the race is going to be coming up in about 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to get this video posted for you guys. And if you would like to keep updated on the project, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this whole project. Oh yeah, also, we got the seat mounted too. We wanted to push it as far center as possible, so that's why we kind of did that, just so we can get away from the roll cage. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to go anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's very strong. You'd have to be very heavy to move those mounts. So yeah, everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching.
For me.